Have you ever paused for a moment and felt as though your own mind, the very thing that should be empowering you, is instead quietly, relentlessly working against you? Not your job, not your environment, not even the people around you. Just you. That soft but undeniable realization creeps in, maybe during a sleepless night or in the early stillness before the world wakes up, that you were meant for so much more than the life you're currently living. Deep down, you know you've got it in you. You could be making more money, significantly more. You could be healthier, stronger, more present in your body. You could be building that dream business, the one that lives in your heart like a quiet fire. But here you are, stalled, delayed, distracted. That space between what you are and what you could be, that's what I call the potential gap. It's not an illusion, and it's not caused by a lack of intelligence or opportunity. It exists because most of us, despite our ambitions, have never learned to discipline our minds, to quiet the chaos and command our focus when it matters most. And so today, I want to talk to you not about hustle or hype, but about how to truly close that gap using two tools that every high performer eventually learns to master: mental discipline and the power of a clear goal. Let me tell you the story of Ava. Ava lived in Los Angeles, and to anyone who knew her, she was a rare kind of genius, a graphic designer whose creative mind could effortlessly blend logic with beauty. She wasn't just skilled, she had vision. Her dream was vivid and fully formed: to open her own creative design studio, right in the Arts District, where her ideas could come to life without limits. But there's a cruel and quiet irony that often haunts gifted people. Ava's brilliance became her most dangerous enemy. Because she had so much natural talent, she believed she could bypass the boring, repetitive, sometimes frustrating discipline required to make that vision real. She'd start her day with good intentions, sitting down to work on her big dream, only to get pulled into the vortex of small distractions. A quick email check became a scroll through social media, which turned into a YouTube rabbit hole, followed by daydreaming about vacations and success instead of building it. She told herself what many of us do: I'll do it later. I work fast. I'm more talented than the others anyway. I'll catch up. But that story, while comforting, is a lie, because relying on motivation, inspiration, or your mood is like building a house on shifting sand. It's unstable and fleeting. Discipline, on the other hand, is the steady hand that builds cathedrals. And Ava didn't have it, not yet. Then came the big break, a massive project, the kind that could change everything for her. And just like that, the pressure was real. But Ava wasn't ready. She tried to make up for weeks of lost time and 2 sleepless nights, powered by caffeine and desperation. She turned in work that she hoped would reflect her genius, but instead it revealed her panic. The client's response was clear and painful. Ava, your idea is phenomenal, but the execution? It's rushed. It lacks polish. We need someone we can trust, not just to imagine brilliance, but to deliver it consistently. And that moment broke something inside her. She realized finally that she hadn't been failing because she lacked skill. She had been failing because she couldn't command her own mind when it mattered most. Her vision hadn't been the problem. Her system was. She didn't need more ambition. She needed a structure, a way to rein in the chaos. She needed someone to coach her through the battlefield of her own thoughts. That's when she found Elena. Elena wasn't a mindset guru. She was a former Olympic athlete who now worked with top creatives to help them develop unwavering mental focus. Ava poured her heart out to her. I know what I want, but I can't get my brain to listen. It wanders. It stalls. What do I do? Elena didn't hand her a book or a lecture. Instead, she handed her a dart and pointed to a dartboard in the distance. Throw it, she said. Ava did and missed entirely. Elena asked her gently, what were you focused on? Ava shrugged. The bullseye, kind of. But also, the trees behind it, the scoreboard, the colors. And that's when Elena leaned in and said, that's why you missed. When the goal is everything, you see nothing. You need to filter out the noise. A true performer sees only the bullseye. Your clear goal must become your mental magnet. It must dominate your inner world until everything else fades away. That one insight, simple but sharp, cut through years of noise in Ava's head. So Ava began again. She didn't try to overhaul everything overnight. She started by anchoring her mind to one word: studio. Every time distraction crept in, she repeated that word like a quiet command, bringing her attention back to the one thing that mattered. She built a new structure: specific work hours, a workspace free of phones and noise, and daily deep work reps. 15 minutes, then 20, then more. Not perfectly, but persistently, and eventually the habits took root. The next time a big client came calling, Ava was ready, not because she had learned new skills, but because she had learned how to use the ones she already had. She showed up calm, focused, and sharp. The work she delivered was not just good, it was exceptional, and she understood finally that discipline isn't about control for control's sake. It's about freedom. Your mind, Elena had told her, is a powerful horse. If you learn to hold the reins, it'll carry you anywhere. But if you don't, it'll drag you into circles until you lose sight of the path completely. So now I ask you, what dream have you been circling instead of chasing? What goal sits just out of reach, not because it's impossible, but because you've never taken control of the one thing that matters most? Discipline doesn't limit you, it releases you. It frees you from doubt, from distraction, from the chaos of maybe someday. It gives you your time back. It gives you you back. If this story stirred something in you, then share it. Someone you know is still lost in their own potential gap. Like this video. Subscribe to ETH Inspire Stories, because we're not here to talk about change. We're here to live it. And whatever you're facing right now, remember, you don't need to do everything. You just need to take back the reins and ride forward one clear goal at a time.